I just wanted to do this quick impromptu video, Facebook Live, because I've just jumped off a call with my coach in America and my peer group dotted around the world. And because, hey, listen, we all need a coach. We need accountability, okay? It doesn't stop. I don't just preach this stuff. I actually do it myself. But anyway, the reason why I wanted to jump on this quick live is we were talking about fear and how it can keep you trapped and feeling really, really small. And I wanted to share with you a little story about my introduction to fear. And it was at a very young age, actually. I was, how old was I? Probably about 8 years old. And I started having these really, really bad nightmares. And I want to share this story with you because it's really, really powerful. When you're a child, bad nightmares can be really, really scary. And it was no exception. So there's little Heather, kind of 8 years old, and started having these really horrible nightmares. And in these nightmares, they would be there'd be people trying to kill me. Basically, what does that tell you about my psyche when I was 8? They were always sort of chase nightmares. They were people after me, trying to kill me. And after these nightmares, what would happen, night terrors, I suppose, is what you'd call them, I would wake up and I would actually see the faces of the people that were trying to kill me. And they'd be hovering, one of the faces of the people would be hovering at the bottom of my bed. Okay, now can you imagine how scary that is? Even for an adult, that would freak me out. But for little 8-year-old Heather, my goodness, I acted no different to any other little girl or little boy that has night terrors. I literally, the first time it happened, oh my God, I was so scared. And I put the duvet, well, it wasn't a duvet actually back then, showing my age. It was a blanket, and I put the blanket over my head, and I really, really hid. I hid from sight, and I was like, this is just, it's just too damn scary. I can't deal with this. And I was under the covers, and I was, Next night, same thing happened again. I woke up from the nightmare, and again, this person's face was hovering at the bottom of my bed. And I was like, no. And again, I put the duvet over my head. And next night, same thing happened again. This time, something very interesting happened. And this shows you about, wow, this is the strength of little Heather coming out, right? That time, so I had the nightmare, I woke up, and the face was hovering at the bottom of the bed. And this time, instead of, I think I went under the covers, and I went, because I probably was really annoyed that I wasn't getting good sleep, because I like my sleep. So all I can remember is that there was this fierce determination of, this is not gonna rule me. This is not gonna scare me anymore. How dare this, right? And what I did is I kind of like pulled the blanket down, and I jumped out of bed, and this thing is still hovering at the bottom of my bed, and I literally punched through it. I punched through it, and it disappeared, and it never ever came back again. And what did that teach me as a little girl of 8 years old? Well, it taught me that fear is an illusion. But my God, it feels really real when it happens. It feels really real. And of course, you've probably heard that, what does fear stand for? False evidence appearing real. And for me, it was a very, very valuable lesson that would serve me all of my entire life, which is, if something is scary, if you're scared of something, if you're in fear of something, then it's finding that inner power, that inner strength to step up and blast through it. Because when you do, it disappears. You blast through it, and it just literally vanishes. And I think the reason why I wanted to share this today with you was because in business, we are constantly, there are the fear monsters rising up, isn't there? The fear monsters constantly, if we want to move out of our comfort zone, that little fear monster inside can wake up. And that fear monster is actually your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind is designed to keep you safe. It's designed to keep you alive. And so it makes sense that when you try to do something different to what you've done before, it kind of, if you have any doubt whatsoever coming through, what's going to happen is our little fear monster is going to wake up, and it's really going to start shouting at you. It's going to be, no, don't do this. And it's going to whisper in your ear or shout at you sometimes, going, no, don't do that. Stay where you are. Don't check. No, you don't want to make any changes to business. Why would you want to do that? No. Oh my God, that's so much money. No, don't do that. Don't invest in that. Don't invest in your own growth in your business. No, you can do this. Just keep it small. Keep it safe. Go on. I need to keep you safe. So can you see how the fear monster can actually prevent you from growing a business? And it will certainly prevent you from keeping a business if you're not careful, because as I said, every single day you're going to be faced with challenges and things in your business that you will have to kind of blast through. And whether that's a metaphorical kind of punch through it, like I did when I was a little girl at 8 years old, or whether, you know, it's just that inner power that you go, no, move out of my way. This is a must. So why is this so important? Well, if you don't master this kind of master fear and how to manage it within yourself, you are going to be kept small and safe. Now, what do you think that does to your business and for your business? Do you think that allows you to grow and expand? Do you think that allows you to take it up to the next level of growth? Because in all our businesses, and it doesn't matter if you've got a business that's earning £1,000 a month or £100,000 a month, the devil is in the level. And so every level that you go to in business, you're going to have to break through another barrier, another fear barrier, because that little monster is going to kind of rise up inside you and go, do you really want to do this? Oh no, and that's what keeps us kind of retreating, moving forwards and then retreating again. And it will keep you really, really in a small business. So what are the things you can do? Well, when we move out of a comfort zone, we go into what's called a stretch zone. And the stretch zone that you walk into is uncomfortable. Can you remember the first time that you learned to ride a bike or you learned to swim? Can you remember when you did that for the first time? If you've got any comprehension of what it was like for you, how scary it was when you kind of fell off your bike, or you kind of like you went under the water and you kind of bobbed back up again. When you do something new for the first time, it is scary. And that is what growth in a business is like. You'll go under the water, you'll come back up again. Oh my God, I don't like this. You might at that point choose to get out of the swimming pool. You might choose to put the bike down and go, I ain't going to do that anymore. But also think back, perhaps you won't be able to remember this, but when you first started to walk, it wasn't easy. You fell over. You kind of climbed up and then fell back down again. And your parents didn't give up on you. They didn't turn around and go, aha, there we go. We haven't got a walker. They literally, they were like, yeah, okay, he or she, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to fall over. You're going to get, and so stretch zones, when we go into stretch zones with our business, it is going to feel uncomfortable because you are going to be doing something different to what you have done before. And that is where the growth is. That is where the success is. That's where, and even, I think of, I don't think of failure as failure. I think of it as falling forwards, as in, it is on your path to success. Edison, how many times, that is a well quoted thing, is that thousands and thousands of times that Edison tried to design, make the light bulb, and he failed. Yeah. But no, he didn't, because he turned around and went, no, I just found another way that it, it wouldn't work. So he's like, it's fine. That was great. He chalked that up to success. So when we're growing a business, it's about moving out of your way, moving that fear monster, silencing that fear monster and go, no, this is a must. Because here's the thing. You will fall back into that comfort zone if you don't believe it is a must for you to change, because change is all about making a very powerful decision. It's about saying, no, I refuse to stay where I am right now. And this is my why. This is the reason why. What is it going to cost me if I stay where I am and I don't move forwards? And that's a question to ask yourselves really seriously is, if you project 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what are the actual costs to you and your family if you don't step up, if you don't have a business that makes money? How difficult is it going to be? Because my goodness, it's far harder to actually, be in poverty then is to get yourself out of poverty and moving forwards. I mean, being in poverty, it sucks. It is painful. It is nasty. And if you are running a business, that's not where you want to be, folks. That is not a zone that you want to stay very long in. And it's about moving yourself out of that and growth and expansion. And so growth and expansion is part of business. Business is not static. It does not stay still. It will either decline and shrivel and die, or you will expand it. But one thing business never does is it never ever stays still. So you have a choice. Are you going to move your business forward, or are you going to stay the same and risk it kind of going and getting smaller and more painful? So that's what I wanted to cover with you today. Hi, Lydia. Hi for jumping on this impromptu Facebook Live. I wasn't planning to come on the live, but I'm glad I did, because this is something that is very, very passionate. It means a lot to me to help people do this, because over 25 years, I have had to change, evolve, transform, reinvent time and time and time and time again to stay as an entrepreneur, to hold on to what I truly believe in for myself and my family and past generations of women who were suppressed and weren't allowed the freedom of choice to independently earn and actually do their own thing. So this is why I am an entrepreneur. That's why I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years, and I have never given it up, despite everything that life has thrown at me. And my goodness, those fear monsters have reared up time and time and time again. But that lesson that I was taught when I was a little girl at 8 years of age, that is what allowed me to punch through that, move forward time and time again, one foot in front of the other. And so I just wanted to bring you this message today, just so you can just sit with it. That's all I want you to do, is sit with what I've just said, and perhaps ask yourself, are you succumbing to that fear monster? Are you trying to move forwards with your business, and then constantly it's whispering in your ear and saying, just watch a YouTube video, or you can learn that from an ebook. Oh, let's just watch another webinar. Yeah. Or are you truly 100% committed to actually moving yourself and your business forwards and upwards to a new level? Anyway, that's me. I'm checking out. Have a wonderful evening, and I will speak with you soon. Take care. Bye.